Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 5, Episode 90 with me, Sin. In the last episode, we did a bit of make work while we made this pig iron, which I should have put down actually. Let me just go and sort that out of the way. However, pig iron takes an inordinately long time to make. We are aiming to get to black steel, which we need 32 steel and 32 steel to combine with all of those to make the black steel, and then I think that's right. Anyway, I'll get there once we get there, but we do need another 32 pig iron because you need to weld the weak steel with pig iron, and of course that's going to be a long job. So because my iron reserves are getting a little bit low, I am going to take a little road trip. Now the map, this area down here is now chunk loaded, courtesy of our thing, Hoofer thing, which means that it will continue processing even while I'm not here. So we are going to grab, let me just have a look, we need to take you off and put you in. I should, oh, hang on, I suppose before we go running off we should empty these out as well. We're going to set that running. I'm going to grab some food. We've got a reasonable amount of food on us, but I need to empty these out. What we got? Bronze, dirt, ethereal zombie heads and stuff. Okay, let me just empty those out and then we're going to take a trip. But before we set off, we're going to pile a whole load of iron, pig iron, into the furnace. I think that will work for us. So in the meantime, yeah, I'll get that done. Be back in a sec. Alright, I've got everything together. We are going to just wait the night out and then we'll set everything running and go for a little jaunt. In the meantime, these are both fertile, so because I'm going to spend a few minutes here, we'll try and cross crop them. I'm not hopeful, and I really do need to expand those at some point. The number of jobs of things that I need to do are expanding rapidly, and yeah, it's a thing. We know it's a thing that we have with the older modern Minecraft and with TFC. The more you do, the more you have to do, and yeah, so let us quickly sleep the night off and drink. I'll top that off, and you know, in a moment we'll eat. Leave it empty. No, okay. Well, we'll take 3 with us then. It's not a problem. Got a boat ready. We have got a barrel. We've got our container. We've got our boots of bootiness, and all we need to do now is set the pig iron running and we can head off out. Boat. So first things first, map, journey map. From here we are going to cut over to here, and then we're going to go straight up across to here, and then we're going to take that and I'm going to basically boat all the way up head there. Shouldn't take too long. Boating is pretty swift, and with the added advantage that the boat doesn't shatter into 1,000 pieces every time we use it. That's, you know, that's always a big benefit, bonus, I find. So yeah, we'll head out. I'm going to just I'm just going to head back and grab something first though. It's surface iron, which means that I potentially should be taking my hammer with me. Yeah, forget head if it weren't screwed on. Whee, right. Luckily we can might actually be faster to run over to that bit, over that little bit of land, but no, it's not in there, is it? It is in, trying to think where I put it. Do you know where I put it? I know where I put it. I put it in, I thought I put it in there. it's in there. That's fine. Got it. I did have it. I just didn't know I had it. Okay. I'll bring you back when we get closer out there, or as soon as something interesting happens. Back in a mo. Well, there's some water shards down there. The problem is, they're right down at the bottom of the bloody ocean. Which is going to make them very awkward to mine out. And it is also now night time, which means I can't land until the morning. Unless I can find a convenient spot. Now, I'm not entirely sure where I am. No, I'm not too far. If I kind of head this way, I might be able to find some more water shards in the dark. If I can find them closer to land, then it might be something I can possibly use. I mean, there's some tricks. Well, I'll rephrase this. In traditional, normal, everyday Minecraft, there would be some tricks we could use. We could drop gravel down, make a gravel pillar, dig down, and get them that way. Unfortunately, TFC doesn't work like that, and the gravity nature of blocks will be a right royal pain in the backside. So let me see what we got. Have we got anything? I'm just trying to see if there's anything on this island. If there's nothing on this island, I should be able to hit it. And oh god, you can't. Yeah, these are not even proper toy. Hello, steady on there a second. Come on, get me there. Right. That should allow us to quickly munch a bit of supper. I think I'm alright for water, so we'll have a quick snooze on this beach here and then we'll move on. But yeah, so water shards do exist, but they are, as I kind of semi-suspected they probably would be, they're in and around the water, which is a right royal pain in the bum. I have been foraging. I found a little bit of food on the way, but not a huge amount. And yeah, we just need to keep on going. So back in a bit. I've just come in. I know obviously got the fire shards over here. I've just noticed also, which I didn't notice before, was this. Kaolinite. I think that's right. Hang on. Kaolinite. Yes, do I spell it right? Okay. Kaolinite. So what I'm doing now is I'm kind of putting the mineral type then where it is, rather than surface this, surface that, because it kind of makes more sense to code it that way, I think. I've been steadily going through my yeah, that's what I saw. And there's more fire shards, but I think the fact that I've got fire shards, I think the fact I've got fire shards quite clearly labelled is probably enough for this area. We would definitely find them. So from here we are heading up over to surface iron, which is over there. Okay, I'm get myself turned around a bit. Maybe I should have like a system whereby I kind of indicate how easy the minerals are going to be as well, because some of these minerals aren't going to be easy at all. Oh, I'm just trying not to get myself in that oil. Where if I were surface iron, apart from being on the there's more surface kaolinite. That looks like surface. I think that might be even the limonite. I think it might be limonite. It's yes, it is limonite, and it is here. Hammer. I think we can definitely utilize our hammer now. The next question, before I start getting excited, Where's my water? There, that's not a problem. We'll get rid of you. And I don't know how far I'm going to have to come down, but it's definitely the veins there. That's tungsten, which I'm not worried about. Although I might grab a whole load of that while I'm here as well. So let's put this lot down. Let's grab that, and let's just go and have a start at the top of this hill, shall we? I think I'm just going to, as long as there's no, unpleasant caves or anything in here, it should be easy, relatively easy to. Now this doesn't work on there, obviously. So I think what we need to do is clear off the dirt and then start leveling the hillside down, top down approach. See how we go. I don't know how much dirt there is going to be up here, because usually this kind of thing doesn't have a huge covering of dirt on the top of it. And once we get down to the bottom, it should be obviously hugely easier to lignite. Oh, hang on. We better not be out. Nah, that's just a coincidence, I think. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Right, yeah, so I am going to denude this hilltop of all of its wealth, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Well, this hillside has been a bit of a surprise. Look, we've also got kaolinite in it, so we're mining three things at once: lignite, limonite, and kaolinite, which you really can't complain at. Now, the hammer, as suspected and suggested, I kind of thought it would be like this, is very cavey-y, which is fine. I'm not going to complain, because it is certainly also very quick, but I would not want to use this for any length of time underground, and you can see it's even affecting out to that hillside there. So yeah, certain degree of caution required whilst using hammer. If you suspect you're on a cave network, it might be worthwhile making sure that you are covered. Oh, hello. Perfect. Let me get rid of a bit of that. Get rid of that again. There's my kaolinite. And I'm just kind of throwing the rubbish off the side here, because I'm not taking all this. I know it's rock salt. I could use. I mean, you can use it for salting meat and stuff, but I'm not that bothered. Really, I'm really not that bothered. With the ice cellar, we're not worrying too much on the food front, so I'm just going to keep on going, and I don't think I'm going to bother going any further that way. There seems to be no evidence that there's more to be had over this side. I think it's more over this side. I'm kind of just doing this again for that kind of completionist mentality, if you like, where the things we've definitely, oh yeah, we've managed to collapse that bridge now, which is good, or not, depending on your perspective. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, but we're getting there, and once we get down into the meat of it, we should start getting a lot more iron. At the moment, we're just getting the trace. I don't think we've found the center of the vein yet, so yeah. But hammer is definitely an interesting solution to a problem. I mean, we know it, obviously it works, it's fine in vanilla. It's the TFC side of it is what complicates it a wee bit, I think. Well, okay. Yeah, I'll keep working, be back in a moment. Alright, the hammer is brilliant for clearing the wet mass, but it's causing a lot of cave-ins, and it is actually, I suspect, losing me some limonite, because I've noticed at least one cave-in block come down on me on an ore and destroy it. So what I've kind of switched my strategy a little bit, and we are now working the visible limonite ore, and then from there we will go in with the hammer. And I'm taking a chance here, but there's only the one ore that are visible there. So from here we can, because there's no more visible ore, we can then come back in with a hammer, and it doesn't matter too much if we cause a cave-in, because as far as I can see, all the visible chunks of this have been sorted, and there's, you know, the risk is, there's still a risk that we might drop some ore on a block on thing. I'm just trying to see if I can find the exit. I think it was that one was the one. It felt just basically it dropped and went chunk straight down through the ore vein. It was very distressing. Not so worried on this side, because on this side it should just be kaolinite and we'll get rid of some of this kaolinite and lignite. So whilst I don't like wasting things, it's not the end of the world if we, you know, don't get everything. But I'm also not taking, you see there's our anthracite, forming in a vein-like structure actually, which was quite interesting, because I believe anthracite does actually form in veins like that, in thin things. I know the TFC devs did quite a bit of work researching the exact ways that these blocks and ores should spawn in the world, so yeah, we should be grateful for that, really. We'll just go and have a check around here, make sure we've not exposed anything interesting. I don't think we have. Yeah, okay, well, I've got more to do. We'll be back in a bit. Alright, I've made a hole, and I have got a goodly amount of material. Now, I have found that the safest way to do this particular job is not to actually go that way, because blocks above collapse. It's to actually do it like this and just come in. Now, you still get block collapses, you know, this is not a magic cure-all for gravity, but it does mean that you can basically poke your access hole into the ground, and you find any ores that there are to be harvested. And because you're working on a horizontal plane, none of these blocks can collapse, which works really well. And I'm getting to the point where I'm beginning to think that I have probably mined this thing out, or getting very close to having mined this thing out, because there's really not a lot coming out of this now. So you see, when I do this horizontally, if I can get it to do it, of course it won't do it now, because, you know, I want to demonstrate that. Nope, that was a bit of a block lag. Right here, if I were to mine this out horizontally, it would go and probably collapse a block. So if I do it now, no, okay, we'll do that one. That actually didn't. It's just being bloody awkward now, isn't it? But I do need to make sure I've got enough way out. But if you work this way, as I say, you can't collapse anything. I think we are just about mined out down here. Up a little bit there. We're on the dregs, you know what I mean? Oh, he says we're on the dregs, and then find some more. Which I'm not going to complain at. A couple more, that's half an ingot. These boots have been an absolute godsend for this, because whereas before I would have been having to make sure that I left plenty of access places, I don't. With these, I just, as long as I'm not more than 3 high, then I can just hop out. It's great. So there is still stuff to be had here. I'm very tempted to go for this. Some of these, I want to get a demonstration of a collapse, but it's not. Well, oh, there's one. And a little block of a couple of bits of iron. See, that's an ingot we've got with those first two we found. Now we've got that. We've got an ingot, an extra ingot worth, which is pretty good. Anyway, there is something I want to do while I'm here. I'm just going to have a little bit. There's a little bit more, you see. You know, I've got a nose for this. I do need to make sure that I can jump out, though. And that is that there is some ardite on the other side of that hill there. And as you recall, ardite doesn't mine. It comes up as cobalt whenever I mine it. So we're going to go and have a look at that together on camera. That's me, isn't it? Oh God! You know when I heard that little, I thought, Jesus, what's that? Something's running up on me. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We got a lot of gems. Oh, hang on. Shift and that. We've got a lot of gems, a lot of other stuff. We're not done badly at all, really. So that is I think has got a, that's just not the right one. That has got the quartz in it and kaolinite, so that can go in there. One of these has got the anthracite in it, so that can go in there. That is emerald exquisite about sapphire. I don't think I've got anything with anything like that in it. That is just limonite. We should probably sleep and do this once it's in the morning. And yeah, bedroll, in fact. So yeah, it's not been the biggest vein in the world. I think we've probably got, but I think we might have got maybe 20 or so ingots out of it. Maybe slightly more. I don't know. But that lot can go there. I need to quickly eat this. Oh, okay, fine. It still baffles me that we have an eating action that is so vigorous we can actually end up breaking the bowl. I think that's great. Right, let's head over here. So ardite, almost certainly some more ardite kicking around. Let's go and grab that while we're here. I'm not so bothered about the tungsten. I might grab a little bit, but that's good. Oh, that's weird. That's very weird. That's extra weird, with added weird thrown in for good measure. Wow, look at the collapses we've thrown down here. I hope I've not destroyed too much ardite while in the process of... Don't think I have. Can't really see what's going on that way. Lots of kaolinite. We'll have that little bit of ardite, and you know what? It's poor. It's not particularly brilliant, and I can't see any more kicking around. So odds are that if there was any more down here, it's been destroyed. I will live with that. I'm not even bothered with that kaolinite. We don't need it. Whoa. Anything else here? I don't think so. So we need to just make up, well, find the right thing. Here we go. Pop that in there. And grab that one. Pop that away. Pop it in. Steal that. Stick that on my back. That is there. Let me very quickly throw together a meal out of that one, I think. And then we'll head back and see how our pig iron is going. So yeah, let me do that. I'll be back in a moment. Nearly sailed into that. Not whether you can see it very well. In fact, I may go make my screen. That made my screenshot. Steady. Yeah, that is a hungry node. Right there. Hungry node. That there is absolutely one of the most devastating things in the game. Well, this game. Let's not play with that anymore. Anyway, I think that's about 3 or 4 hungry nodes we've found now. You can tell because you always have the little particles sucking into the like particles. That's what kind of, technical description there. Particle. Typically, I'm just looking at this maze over there, but am I that bothered? If it's ripe, I might as well get it. It'd be wrong not to, wouldn't it? What is the actual season, just out of interest? Late spring. Almost into summer. Excellent. Well, we're fertiling along here. Let's have a look at this maze and then we'll... Well, that's mature. That one's mature. That one's mature. And that one's mature. Stacky, stack, stack. Waste not, want not. Is that what I think it is? It is. Just give me. Right. I'll have them because they're like free decoration for the house, for the mage area, so, or Thorncraft area. Not right. I'm going to carry on. I'll stop waffling. I'm going to get back. So I will see you in a bit. And here we are, almost back. I've just used the height advantage you get from coming over that headland with these boots. We can definitely manage to sail all the way in on the hang glider, and hopefully, if we're lucky, the batch of pig iron we set running in there has finished. Yay! Right, so that means that next episode we have a job to do. We need to take this and hammer it through to high carbon steel, and then we're going to need to take that and hammer that through to steel ingots. So we're going to use steel, and we are going to mix steel with nickel and black bronze, but we're going to do it in here. 2 to 1 to 1 gives us 4. That will give us weak steel ingots. They are going to be combined with pig iron, welded to make high carbon black steel, and that will make us black steel. And then of course we're going to make black steel plate armor, and enchant it. That's the key. So we have got, we need 12 steel basically. I think it was, because it's 2 to 1 off the top of my head. Yeah, so 12 steel will give me that. That's easy. I think we're there. We've just got to do the hammering now, and yeah, not an unsuccessful little trip, and it's also done. Oh, hello, hang on. Before we sign that one off, let's go and have a look how many. 1, 2. 2. Mine. Excellent. Right, that should give us a whole load of stuff there and a whole load of stuff there. Now we probably need to make some space for things. At some point I also, right, we don't need you, that's for certain. Probably not that bothered about I do want the ceramic bowl, but I'm almost certainly not that bothered. You know what, why don't I just go and do time's ticking, so I better big it on. I'll just go and dump all of this lot. I know that's not all from this, but you know, it's as good a trick as any to pick it all up. Let me go in here and see what else we got. But that's not bad. I mean, two spider trees from things, wooden mugs, wrought iron. I'll definitely take that. Saddle. Not so bothered about this stuff, but yeah. Anyway, I better go and sleep the night off, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.